96 stars. Not too bad if I must say so myself. So let's see. Got all of 13 done. 11's actually getting kinda close. You know what? I feel like I should go back there and try to finish that off. Flood the abyss for red coins. Oh, this won't be fun. Okay, so let's just start from the bottom and work our way up, because this is gonna take a while. Hope you like Mario Party, because you're gonna be hearing this music for a good chunk of this. Okay, so let's see. You know, for pretty much like all of like the Mario Party 1 soundtrack, I'm kind of glad that they chose this one because it's just so happy. It's just makes you feel so good to listen to. And it just feels like you're like a nice, like, relaxful resort. Just everything is happy, like, it feels so good to be here where you are, and just everything is going well, you know? I wish I could say the same for like my actual situation in life, but I guess things can't always go so well. But that's where it's nice to just kind of kick back, relax, enjoy some nice chilling music and a good old video game. And as we progress through the different parts of the stage, we're going to want to make sure we collect every single coin we can before raising the water level. Because once we increase the water level, it's not going to be... Actually, we probably could decrease the water level again, but for obvious reasons, being air, it won't be too easy to go back once we advanced. Oh my goodness. There we go. Was that so hard, Mario? Apparently it was. $10 coins. 1/10 of the way there. Oh boy, coins everywhere. Wait. I don't... Oh yeah, that's one part. Huh. Yeah, I'll probably want to go in there first before I advance the water level. Ow. And the reason why I went down here first is because we have some blocks that you have to punch in order to get open. Now you wouldn't be able to do that if the wire was up. So if you did already break that, it would have been too late. So when you're exploring these areas, you have to be careful. Always look around you, like check to make sure that you got everything before you advance. And I think I might have seen some coins like in between this. Yep. Okay, now let's use the cannon. Make sure there's nothing up here. Wait, oh, okay, that's just a cannon. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw someone up there. Or maybe this is the other way to get up there if you haven't already. Either way, I'm gonna check it out. There we go. What's the point of this? No, really, what's the point of this? This seems kind of random and out there. Also, how's it going, Randy? Good to see you again. So I decided to go back into the Dank Dark Abyss and just try to work on finishing up, because I'm already pretty close to finishing and I just have the red coin star, 100 coin star, and then whatever's left after that. So I'm almost done with this course. So right now we are working on getting the 100 coin star and red coin star. Just as I tried to turn back towards the lock, it just moved me forward instead of back. I should almost listen to the soundtrack of Mario Party 1 again. Because this soundtrack is definitely among one of the best of that game. Given Mario Party 5 still has the best soundtrack in the Mario Party series. And anyone who thinks otherwise is wrong. I'm just kidding. Oh no! Just when I think my platforming was getting better too. I was gonna say, if I fell down again, that would've been kinda sad. Also, what was that over there? If I can... Trying to get the camera to go through the wall here so it could... Oh wait, that might just be like the pipe madness that I did earlier. And hey Dan, how's it going? I kind of feel like just doing more of this for right now, just because like I only, as far as like what I have recorded, like what I have so far, I only have like 3 parts left of this going on right now, so I want to try and get some more going so that I have a good amount ready. That and I'm just enjoying the game in general. So that's 4 out of 10. Just got 43 coins left to get. You should almost try a Mario 64 hack sometime, Dan. See anything I'm missing? That area leads over to the Pipe Madness. I think I have 1 red coin left to get there. But you were playing Ratchet and Clank, which is worse. It's like, I've got a lot of patience, and I'm a bit of a masochist, and if I have a hard time if I can just feel the pain just from watching you play it, it's like, that's saying something. Personally, I find whenever I do a blind project, particularly a 3D one, it's not enjoyable to commentate on and with translates over to people reviewing it. Oh, maybe I just don't really think about it too much. Like, I just play the game and just have fun along with it. And if people enjoy watching it, then that's great. Otherwise, if not, then oh. People have their own like tastes in different games. That's just part of who they are. Ah, dang it. Oh my goodness, Mario. But my question is to you, like, when you're doing, like, the main man, like, how much did you actually enjoy the game? Because I think that might be a part of, like, why it didn't really feel, like, riveting. Because, like, how you're able to commentate on something, like, also, like, bigly translates to, like, how you enjoy the game. Because, like, let's say, like, you're playing, like, a Kaizo Monkey Ball hack. Like, if it's something that you're just dying constantly over and over again, like, it won't be fun for you to play, and as such, like, it won't be fun for people to watch. And same, like, and the verse can be said, like, if it's something that you enjoy, then it's, people can see, like, your fun, like, and, like, how you enjoy the game, and in turn, like, they might be able to enjoy it through you. Like, whenever I play games or do LPs, like, I don't really worry too much about commentary, like, I just try to kind of relax, just let it happen naturally. Also, apparently I'm not focusing on my platforming at all. I feel that way with recording 3D games blind in general. 2D games aren't too bad in comparison, I find. Like, I think it just depends on the game. Because, like, Mario 64, like, isn't as bad as, like, other, like, blind 3D games. It's definitely a lot better than, like, Banjo-Kazooie or other, or certainly better than, like, Metroid games as well. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna focus on at least getting past this part. I don't know, sorry Dan, but I just don't really feel that way. Just, I really don't like how, hold on, I'll get to that in a bit. See, when I can actually, when I actually focus on the platforming, I can do it just fine. Okay, let's just line myself up. Double jump, double jump. Oh. I mean, I'll give you the like, Banjo does have some pretty good music, but one thing that really turned me off on the game, and okay, that's it, I'm using save states along with this because this is getting kind of repetitive. Okay, but yeah, like, one thing that always kind of turned me off about the Banjo games is just like that, oh, you got to like 95 notes and suddenly, dang it, I died, and then you have to collect all 95 notes like all over again. Just really, all my progress just completely undone like that. I'm sorry, but when there's exactly 100 notes to collect in a world and they're spread out throughout the entire level, and it's just a pain in the butt to collect, especially on, like, case in point, like Click Clock Forest and like Banjo-Kazooie, like toward like the second last level in the game or last level in the game. Like I got to the spring area and trying to climb up the entire tree and then falling to my death. Just it's extreme hassle to have to go through all the seasons again, and it's just not fun having to do all of that over again. And Banjo-Tooie was definitely more fun for sure, because like it had a lot of cooler areas, like quite a bit of music, and areas were pretty memorable. My the Glitter Gulch mine was pretty fun. Had some memorable music. See, if I find 3D games blind over YouTube and what to do with 3D games, I'm very focused with exploring all the areas, but I'm super focused on looking for stuff, as collectathons were very prominent during the 3D genre. Super boring when there's nothing to and I have to backtrack it. Here he goes from actually attempting to entertain viewers to me just trying to figure out what's going on. I can see that, especially with having to backtrack. That can be a bit of a pain. But like, what if, let's just say that you just completely forgot, just forget all about the fact that you're trying to entertain people and just focus on trying to entertain yourself. I'm sure like the experience would be quite a bit different for you then. I'm having a bit of a hard time trying to align myself for this jump because the freaking camera. There we go. Also, you can't use the having to be clicked. But on a 100 coin mission, like in many cases, in fact most of the cases, there's always like a lot more coins than what is required. Like there's only 2 cases like in the original game where there was like maybe just a few more than 100, but most cases there's like 130, and it's pretty easy to get all the coins you need because like they're all close together. It's easy to find and there's an abundant amount of them. So having to collect them just didn't really feel like it dragged on, or it was really took a long time to do. And even right now, like when I'm going through this water level, which a lot of people usually don't like water levels, it's still really fun because like Mario 64 was one of those games that like just always just felt so pure and fun. Like music was always helped, it just felt so full of life. And was just one of those games for me that I just, even when I play by myself and play for a long period of time, I don't ever feel myself getting tired of the game. I always find myself wanting to do more. Not for me, damn, like I always had a hard time trying to get each of the all of the notes. Like there was only like maybe one case where I was able to get all of the notes, but most times like I've always died when I had like 80 or 90 notes, and it just infuriated me. But it just goes with like, ooh, wasn't expecting the cannon there. Okay, so let's look around a bit. I kind of forgot that this was like towards like the very end of the climbing section. I remember there was quite a bit of water and blue coins at the top, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm missing some red coins, but I don't know if I want to get that raise the water level just yet. So I think I'll ignore it for now. In case if I need to go back down, I'll leave the water level back down where it was, but for now I'll just leave the heart there in case if I ever need to go back down and decrease the water level. Let's see, let's find where these blue coins are. Oh wow, this is actually pretty easy. Yeah, I'll definitely take having a lot of blue coins in a row like that. Like I haven't even explored it all. Like there's still more of the level to go, Dan, and I still I'm already over 100. More forgiving than Banjo-Kazooie is, that's for sure, in my opinion. But each game is different. And I feel like if I ever do get stuck like on a blind 3D game, like that's where I just tend to look up and try to find where it is that I'm missing. Because like I can't agree that like having to search for something for hours does get kind of annoying and really tedious, but that can be said with any game, like even with Banjo-Kazooie or Tooie. And I think before and yeah, notes weren't the main collectible in Banjo-Kazooie. They weren't the main collectible, but if you're not good at getting all 100 notes, you still need to get the notes just to be able to get to the final boss of the game. So they are, even though you don't need to get every single one of them, they are still technically required. So that's the main reason why is just kind of annoying, because with how often I died, like I just had a hard time be able to get to that amount to be able to beat the game with. I don't think I even had 800 when I was going through, like after I beat Click Clock Wood, like I had to try and go back through like each of every level just to try and improve my note score, but even then, like I just kept on dying because it was just so much of a pain. That sucks. Well, I found the last coin I missed. Problem is, it's at the start of the level. But that's why I left the water where it was. And no, I never actually did finish. I got to like towards the end of the game, but once I got to that 810 mark, I just wasn't able to get those last amounts of notes and be able to get to the final boss. And I guess that might be why like I still like just always felt kind of salty at the game and just And I feel like even though the Jinjos like weren't acquired as part of the collectibles, like it, you almost feel like a sense of obligation to collect them, and just it's always so difficult, especially in the second game, to find all the Jinjos because of the big Jinjos, like the Minjos, if you will. Come on, Mario. Oh no! I didn't mean to press that. Oh well, at least I got the last red coin, and going through here shouldn't take too long. I got my... Oh, neat. I remember talking to Kyle and saying, oh, I prefer DK64 to Banjo-Kazooie, person honest. Can actually acknowledge and recognize that Banjo is superior. I feel like I can't really make any fair judgments of the game because, like, I just didn't really enjoy, like, those 3D games too much. Like, as far as, like, Donkey Kong games go, like, I've always preferred the 2D ones. Like, DKC 1 through 3. I didn't really care too much for, like, the return game. And I still need to get around to playing Tropical Freeze, but at first I wasn't too keen on playing Tropical Freeze either, but when I was watching my friend Tapatio play it, like it just kind of opened my eyes more because like the music, like the art design within the levels, like it just felt so much better and more enjoyable to watch and play through as opposed to returns. But I don't know, 64, Donkey Kong 64 just was one of those games where it just felt like it just dragged on for too long. Like it took way too long to be able to complete the game. 100% or not. Oh, shoot. Like, there's only so much, like... There's only so... I guess I should say, like, there's only so much you can really enjoy, like, of a certain game for so long. Like, I know it's kind of hard for me to say that because, like, of how much I played, like, Zelda Breath of the Wild, but even then I had to take a good number of breaks from that game just because of how long it is, especially if you're trying to get as much of the collectibles as you can. And anyone who's played that game or seen a lot of the game knows just what I mean. I actually haven't really played much of the Spyro games, but I have been meaning to because I won't be able to give it like another chance. Also, I don't know why I'm trying to triple jump so often. If anything, it's probably hurting me in the end. My sister did technically give me like some of her Spyro games, so I do have the chance to play through it, but I just never got around to it. Also, those stars probably took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but it's done now. Only problem is I'm not sure how to go about this one though. But it starts me out on... Oh wait, no, it's still the same place. See, by the way, I put the debate across the Mario Kart chat. It's interesting to see people spin it. Oh, like what I've been talking, like what we've been talking about, like about the 64, like about the 64 games and such, and sorry, 3D games and such. And part of it just also depends on like what you grow up with, but or like what you've been involved with more, but I just always loved Mario 64. It's one of those games that like I'm not sure if I could ever really get tired of. And for that reason, like I would probably have to say it's one of the best Mario 64 and Mario games for that reason. Just the fact that like you could play it so many times, and even after so many years of playing it, it still retained its sense of enjoyability. But still, to this day, like best, like what I feel like is like the best Mario games are still like Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. Huh? There's a switch here now. Okay, let's see. What does that do? Huh? Well, Super Mario 64 is the very first game I ever played, and it's iconic and spearheaded the 3D genre. But Banjo-Kazooie, I think, perfected the collectathon genre. It was a bit more fleshed than Super Mario 64 again. I think it's better music, more enjoyable stages, and overall more enjoyable gameplay. But it's... I also don't know like how you could wait. Are you also like including like the Metroid series as well as like other huge collectible games, like when you say that, because those are huge collectathon games as well, and it almost seems a little bit unfair that you're only choosing Banjo-Kazooie to say that it perfected the collectathon genre when you're only including 2 games. Oh, there's the box. Wait, the pipe was there the entire time. Okay. So my viewpoints I tell you subjective and unbiased.